Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack.
Gotta do a little shifting there, big guy.
Sorry, buddy. Hold on.
What? There's only one mafia in Wisconsin, and it ain't Murphy's Mafia. It's the AJ Bocchine Mafia.
Yeah, there's two. There's two.
That's true. Okay, we got to take care of a little business before you start yapping. We got to talk about Mr. Bob's. Mr. Bob's under the bridge needs help with donations. Actually, they're open until 6 o'clock today. It's a weird week for them. So you got another 28 minutes, 27 minutes to get over to Mr. Bob's. Donate, please, if you have any new or gently used towels. It is the shower trailer, AJ, is officially open, and they need towels.
Wonderful.
Please. Yes, it is wonderful. New and gently used towels really make a difference in someone's lives. Also, the other item, they really need help with backpacks. I know it's a big item too. Some backpacks are pretty expensive. However, a backpack makes a huge difference to a friend of Mr. Bob's who is homeless and literally lives with what they can carry. So a backpack is very important, makes a huge difference in the lives of Mr. Bob's friends. So a couple things there for Mr. Bob's. You were a huge Mr. Bob fan.
Yeah.
The organization and the man.
Yeah, Mr. Bob is high quality people. He's very very high quality people, and he's a very genuine person. So if you get a chance to meet Mr. Bob, he's just a very high quality person. So
High quality. He's high volume is what he is. He talks
all
and he
right.
talks loud. He's like you.
You can be both. You can be both. That's proven by yours truly. So you can be both.
You are yours truly. You are, not me. I'm quiet and I don't talk much, but you guys talk all the time.
We do talk all the time.
That's why they get along. Mel's has got a big event coming up 3 weeks from today, AJ. Do you know what it is? What?
Cedar Creek Classic, right?
That's right. Sponsored by Velo, a German company, Velo America, Velo USA. The Cedar Creek Classic. You know what they need help with, AJ?
Volunteers.
You're paying attention. It's really good.
Volunteers. And it's not a short race course, ladies and gentlemen. It is a long race course. So.
No, it's not a long race course.
No, it's not long, but it's not.
It's a long day, and they need help.
It's a long day. It's a long day.
They have races for amateurs and pros going from 11 a.m. to approximately 8 o'clock p.m. That's a long day. They need a lot of help. If you're retired looking for volunteer opportunities, this is to really help out there. Our youngsters, the guys from your basketball teams who are off for the summer,
yep.
they could do a good turn. Get Coach Kreider to get those boys out there.
Yeah,
do some volunteering.
I will. I see him tomorrow. I'll ask him if he's got any boys that would be interested in it.
Okay, good. It's 3 weeks from today on June 18th. So we've been talking about this thing for probably a few months, and it seems it's like one of those things where
it creeps up on you, but it really doesn't creep up on you when you think.
That's right. It's like some old underwear kind of creeps up on you, right?
Right.
That's right. All right. So Mr. Bob's, Mel's, we got going. That's a lot of good things. If anybody out there has worthy causes that they'd like us to talk about, interview, whatever, let us know. We're big believers in helping the nonprofits. Mr. Bob's and Mel's are two of our favorites because, I'll never forget Mel because you know why?
Why?
Because he introduced us.
Right, exactly.
So I'm going to hold that against him forever. But other than that,
hey man, it's been over 2 years now. So
2 years? No way. Has it?
2 years, July 5th, my man.
That's right. Well, we talked before that, but the first show together was 2 years ago on the 5th of July.
Yes, sir.
The real national holiday. And then last year on the 4th of July, we were grand marshals of the parade.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow. Just think about it. We've done a lot in 2 years, AJ.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That is crazy. All right. It's time for you to come to your segment of the show, AJ.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
You got anything to talk about? There's a few sports going on over the
Just
weekend.
a few. Just a few.
Let's hear it. What you got?
I'm going to begin with the knowledgeable Milwaukee Brewers baseball fans. Thank you for booing. I'm not going to get. Well, they didn't exactly let him off the hook yesterday.
No. I just read a headline said Brewers fans drown out tribute video to Craig Counsell.
To chorus of boos.
And he laughed about it.
That was, of course, he's going to. But that was quite a reaction. There was no tribute going there. There was no tribute. There was no tribute going on there for the fans. It was a tribute.
Were you surprised?
No, but I think that honestly, I'm not surprised. I'm just surprised how loud it was.
Well,
because you think there'd be some fans there that would. I was just surprised that I wasn't surprised there were boos. I was just surprised how many.
I think they ought to put up a picture of Atanasio and then really boo the shit out of the place.
Hey, they're winning right now because of the roster he's put together. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What month is it? I forget. What month is it?
It's May 20th.
That's right. When October comes around, we'll see.
Hey,
it seems to be like something we have on. It's like a loop. It's like on a repeat loop that we go through every year. We love our team. They do their best. They make the playoffs, and they don't have any pitchers.
Right. Exactly. So let's just all hope that Mr. Robert Gasser, who dealt again yesterday, stays healthy.
Yes. Why, is he hurt?
No, I'm just saying he dealt another dandy of a game yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
6 plus, no runs, no hits, no walks, maybe 7 Ks.
That's pretty good.
Quite an amazing performance. So.
And he reminds me, I'm going to switch off the Brewers just for a second, but to talk about another rookie pitcher, Paul Skeens.
Skeens, yeah. Oh, he's a different cat, man.
He's dealing.
He's not getting a lot of run support though.
He's a rookie. Well, it's Pittsburgh. He's another small market team. The guy he graduated. He last pitched for LSU, but he started with Air Force Academy. Did you know that, AJ?
I did not know that. That's a fun fact.
Yeah, and the coach loved him at Air Force Academy. In fact, he loved him so much he told him he had to leave after his sophomore year because if you stay for your junior year, then you have to stay for your commitment to the Air Force.
Yeah, right.
And the coach knew the best thing this kid was just something else, and he had to get out of there to get where he could get drafted.
Yeah, right.
So they made him leave, which was a good move by the coach.
I'm a big fan of the stash, though. I'll tell you that much.
Well, you have one.
Have you seen his stash?
No.
It is a good looking stash. I'll tell you that.
Well, you're a mustache man. You always have one.
I trim mine down for this weekend, so but it's still there. But I'm a big fan of the Skeens look.
Let's see. All right. So what else? I took you off the Brewers. The Brewers, actually, there was a game,
5-1.
And they won.
They won.
And
0-0 going to the 8th.
What happened?
Then they got lucky. They got lucky. They had a hard ground ball to third. Third baseman kicked it. The next batter. They went up 1-0 in the next batter with Willie Adames and hit a 3-run homer.
Gotta love that.
Yeah.
Adames is having a hell of a year, isn't he?
He's had 8 homers and 35 plus RBI. 35.
That's probably more than he had last year, the whole year.
Yeah. So
this is his last year of his contract.
Yeah, well, yeah. For those of you who want Willie Adames traded, that's a big bet to lose when you trade him. You're gonna have to get something if you want to trade him, because that would be a big bet to lose for sure.
Mm-hmm. So tonight, Cubs game 2,
Freddie
6 o'clock,
Freddie on the Hill is 6:40.
6:40.
Yep.
What time? Who's pitching for the Cubs? You know, doesn't matter. Freddie's going to take care of him. He's going to have two.
Freddie's 3-3. He needs a good start today.
He had a good start last time, except for that one terrible pitch.
Yeah, he needs a real good. He needs a good start today to keep it rolling.
Right. Okay, let's stay in baseball. Do you think? Well, you're still looking for a split with the Cubs? Yes.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So they're up 1. What's their game lead in the standings? You know?
4.5.
Oh, that's good May lead right there. But they're still leading. And the Cardinals are turning it around, unfortunately.
They're both at 4.5. Both the Cardinals and the Cubs are at 4.5.
Yeah. I don't like that.
No.
Matt's got to be happy.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Good for him. All right. Major League Baseball, huge injury yesterday or the other day.
Acuna Jr., right? Correct.
Yep. Out for the year.
Yeah, complete tear. Not a minor tear. Complete tear.
He had a tear. I don't know if it's the same knee a couple of years ago.
2 years ago.
Was it the same knee, AJ? Do you know?
I'm not sure. Might have been the same knee.
We'll find out. But that's a big blow. The Braves are really good. That's a big blow for them. So they lost that.
They're in a tough divisional battle though. Philly is really good. Like really good. Like Harper, they got Ramito, they got everybody hitting right now. So they're in a really tough battle.
Trey Turner hasn't even been playing yet.
No, that's true. That makes him even more scary.
That's right. They're up 6 games, I think, AJ, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
What do you think is going to happen there?
I think it's gonna be tough for Atlanta to catch him. I think Atlanta's gonna be the second or third wild card in my opinion. Okay.
Because if they had Acuna and Spencer Strider, would you still have the same opinion?
No. Then Key was losing Spencer Strider. Now losing. They can make up for a little bit of Acuna with Albies, but they can't make up for the whole thing.
Okay. Other things in baseball, I saw some things about Jacob deGrom is on the injured list again, or whatever. Has he ever been off it?
No, he hasn't been off in a year and a half.
Oh, ouch. That hurts. I know it's one of those things. I'm sure he's frustrated too. Not picking on him. It's just a terrible thing. I saw a new baseball MLB Bleacher Report rankings of power rankings. Want to guess where the Brewers are?
7.
Did you look?
No.
You did too, you liar.
I did not look.
How can you look right at me and lie?
I did not look.
Brewers are 7. That's correct. Why would you put them there?
Well, I'm looking at the AL East. I'm looking at the Orioles and the Yankees. So that's 2 spots right there.
Yep, Yankees are number 2. Orioles are number 5.
You're winning your Central Division, so that automatically gives you some clout.
Yep.
Let me see.
I would say there are 2 surprising teams ahead of the Brewers in the power rankings. Some, Philadelphia, like you mentioned, is there. Yankees are number 2, but number 3 is a surprise to me. Any ideas? Are you looking at this list too while you're talking, you cheater?
No, I'm not looking at it all. Indians, maybe?
Yes, Indians. Number 4 is a surprise.
Royals?
Yes, you got it. Good job, AJ. Yeah. And I think they're deserved, don't you?
They're both very, very well deserved. The Royals really took off when they played the Brewers. And Bobby Witt Jr. and Salvador Perez, the catcher and the center. Catcher and the outfielder of the Royals are both really good. So.
They're really good. And then they have the Dodgers at 6 before the Brewers.
Yeah,
Brewers at 7.
Well, that makes sense, but they're not even winning the West. They are winning the West. Yeah, that makes sense.
8 Atlanta, 9 Twins. Twins had like a 7-game losing streak they just snapped last week.
Exactly.
And number 10, Giants. Anybody else you want to know?
No.
Cubs are 13. Cardinals are 16.
Yeah.
Okay. Reds are 22.
That's shocking to me with all that talent on the team. What they got Spencer Steer, they got L.A. Cruz, and they can't. The thing is, they can't score. It's not that they can't pitch; they can't score.
That is surprising. Marlins are turning it around thanks again to the Brewers. See, Brewers teams get well on the Brewers. Astros are turning it around thanks to the Brewers.
Yeah, but the Marlins
Arizona
are-
Diamondbacks. This is surprising, AJ. They went to the World Series last year. They're 21st right now.
They lost a lot of talent though.
Who'd they lose?
Well, they still got Marte and
Who's that rookie with the bad mustache that they had last year? Rookie of the year.
Corbin Carroll.
Yeah.
Zach. The key to their success. Zach Allen is not having a good year. Not having a year in last year.
He got shelled in the All-Star game and in the playoffs last
Yeah.
year.
He's not having the year that he had last year.
Is he good? Just going through a slump, or is he losing it?
I think he's meh. If that's a word I can use.
Sure. It's your segment. You can use whatever you want. You can drop F-bombs,
He's
which
trying,
you usually do.
He's good. He's solid, but he's not great. You know, I think they need another frontline starter in Arizona, but I don't know where they're going to get one.
Hard to come by those. Brewers had one they traded away. They didn't need him.
Clearly.
Okay. Let's see. Anything else? MLB? I don't think so. Not from me. Brewers fans, do you think will they boo Council again tonight, or did they get it out of their system last night?
I think they will. I think this is a whole week thing
Okay.
because I think they got to take. I think there's a lot of fans that didn't go to yesterday's game. They'll see it as their opportunity to express their feelings.
Okay. That's what he said. They're fans. Let them do what they want. That was his response.
Yeah. So
Do you think he was surprised by it?
I would have been a little taken back by it if I were him.
Okay.
But that's not a surprise when you switch uniforms to another team that you are instant rivals with, and you basically go at it in the dark. You know, that makes
Yep. Okay.
can rub a lot of people the wrong way, and a lot of people
Kind of like you.
it can hurt a lot of people's feelings too. Like the community of Whitefish Bay, I bet is pretty divided right now. Just thinking of it that way. I mean, it'd be tough. I think it'd be tough to be in those shoes.
Okay. Well, I don't. $8 million makes it a lot less tough.
Yeah.
A year.
Not in his shoes. I'm just saying if you're an outsider in the community.
Okay. All right. What else do you want to talk about in sports?
I got a couple things.
Okay.
It's the end. Hockey. I saw it last night. Edmonton lost to Dallas.
Boo!
Yeah. I got the end of it. Well, I think that'll be turned around though. I think Edmonton's still gonna win the series.
Do you?
I do.
Okay. Yay!
Yeah, I do. And the other thing I want to talk about that really it's kind of swept on the rug yesterday. The end of an era at the French Open.
I was hoping you'd bring this up.
I think Rafa's done.
He's not only done, he's cooked.
I think he got cooked in straight sets yesterday. I think he's done.
He's 37. He's had multiple fake injuries the last couple of years.
Multiple surgeries.
Fake injuries.
Right. I think he's done, man.
Do you know how many times he's won the French Open?
Isn't it 5?
No.
It's more than 5, isn't it?
14.
14 times he's won the French?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's why they call him the King of Clay.
That's right. Why do you think he's so good on clay compared to other surfaces?
It's a home surface thing. It's like the Brewers being good at home. That's what he plays most of the matches on.
Okay.
I'd say. So I'd say it's mostly.
Okay.
Clay. So
Yeah, I think he's
home
cooked too. He's a good player. I never liked him. But
No.
I know you liked him. Like him.
No, I don't
No.
like. I mean, I'd like to see someone new creep into that grouping in Big Three, but I think my new favorite is Yannick Sinner
Why?
from Italia.
Why?
I think he's going to win a few majors.
Why?
Dude's 20 years old.
Okay.
He's long and lanky. He's got a heck of a serve. I think he's going to win a few majors.
Do you think he can beat Alcaraz?
Oh, I forgot about him.
He's the new Spaniard.
He's the next one. He's up and coming for sure.
Up and coming. He's there, dude.
No, I know. Well,
He's already won a major.
I know he's there, but I'm saying he's the next wave of.
Do you think Sinner's going to be in the next wave with him?
I think that's going to be your next great rivalry.
Okay. What about what's going on in women's tennis? Do you know? Coco is great, but I don't know. I haven't heard anything about the women's draw at French Open.
Good, but I haven't heard anything about the women's side. The women's draw.
Good. Coco's great. Coco Gauff. Yes, sir.
She's really good. What is she? 20? Is she 21 yet?
I don't think so.
I think she's like 20. She's really good. She's really good. She won. Didn't she win it last year?
She won the U.S. Open, I think.
Yeah,
last
the U.S.
year.
Open. Correct.
I don't know if she's won any others major. I think that was her first major.
The French.
What about? Go ahead, Age. Sorry.
The French is the first major, right?
Yes. No. Australian.
Australia. Yeah.
Goff plays tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. Eastern time. Oh, Central. 9:15 our time.
Watch the French. Is it on ESPN?
You know, I don't know. I saw something where to watch it. I'll find out. She beat Jade Adiba in straight sets the first game. Tomorrow she plays, I can't pronounce it, Zidansek. I don't know. I'm sorry, Zidansek.
You don't have to pronounce it.
Yeah. She's 20 years old.
She's 20, but she's really good, yeah.
Yeah. Her parents, Coco's parents, are Candy and Corey. There's a lot of alliteration going on in that family.
Candy, Corey, and Coco. You got a Candy and a Coco?
Her real name is Corey. Corey Diane Goff.
Wait, so you got a Candy and a Coco?
Candy and a Corey are the parents, and she's Coco.
Yeah, but you got Candy, Corey. You got a Candy and a Coco? That's my point. But never mind. I was going for some sort of alliteration.
It worked. So far, Coco Gauff, Danielle Collins advanced through Roland Garros openers. She's also a USer.
Danielle Collins. What about Pagula? How's she doing?
I was looking for her. She's the one I always recognize because of the family.
Her parents own the Bills.
Is it Pagula?
Jessica Pagula.
Pagula French Open. French Open. All is not well for Jessica Pagula. Despite her incredible performance in reaching the Miami quarterfinals and Charleston semi, an unknown injury stopped her from playing further in Madrid and Rome. She had to withdraw from her Roland Garros team, leaving a disappointing thought on her sponsor Adidas's French Open. So she did not. She had to withdraw. She has some injury.
She had to withdraw. That's sad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's sad. But yeah, so.
Okay.
There's one more sport I do want to talk about.
Okay.
Since it has come out. There is. I want to give a shout out to my guys over at Chapman. They're hosting a big tournament this weekend.
Oh, are you going to it by any chance?
Yeah, I am. They're hosting a big tournament this weekend over at Santa Clara and Waukesha. And it's a cool style tournament, Jack. What it is a basketball tournament, but instead of playing the time, you play to a score.
Mm-hmm. So like playground basketball.
How it works is you play to whoever's leading in the tournament, leading in the games, with under 4 minutes left. The clock stops, and you have to play to the leading team's score plus 8. or plus 7. So if that makes sense. So if you're down by 15 and you have to score, and the target scores 83, the first one to 83 wins.
Okay.
So it should be kind of interesting.
That does sound interesting.
Yeah, they did it for the $1 million winner take all tournament a few years ago, and Joe kind of took the idea and ran with it. So it should be kind of interesting.
Very cool. I got another basketball story for you.
Yes.
Bill Walton.
Sad day, man.
Sad day.
I was so sad. You know, he is so good because he's so random.
He was so passionate, and he just loved life. And what did he wear all the time? Tie-dye. He's my guy.
Tie-dye, Hawaii. You know, I'll miss Bill Walton. Then Bill Walton was synonymous with the Maui invitation. The tie-dye, the jean shorts, the golf shirts, the love of the Pac-12.
His personality was so big that his playing days actually get overlooked. He was named to the NBA all-time 50 team. He was named to the NBA all-time 75 team. He was MVP of the finals and of regular season. He did this despite having over 30 surgeries on ankles, feet, and legs in his career.
Ow.
He missed over 700 games because of injuries.
All I have to say is ow. It's a lot of pain.
And he was really a great team player. They asked him, they wanted to interview him as he was named number 64 on the all-time team out of 75, but he didn't want to be interviewed because he said basketball is a team sport. And he didn't want to be interviewed for an individual award.
Yeah. I feel like he was kind of the golden era of like NBC when they first went to NBC. He was kind of that kind of pioneer. So
A good dude.
He was a pioneer for sure. And he was kind of the last connection to Coach Wooden that most of the modern era people had.
Kareem's still around.
Kareem's still around, but Bill brought him up in most broadcasts, you know.
Yeah.
Bill tied everything back to Coach Wooden. So.
He did. And Kareem had a really nice post about Bill Walton today, which was good. A lot of good words out there.
I thought Dr. J's post was pretty.
I didn't see it.
It was like, I feel sad today because Bill and I had some great battles, and I feel sad for the family, and it was a good synonymous post. So it was good.
Nice. You know who's waiting to come in and join us, AJ?
Matt. Who is it? Matt. It's Matt. Hey, Patty.
How are you? You doing well?
Doing well, Patty. Doing well.
Good. Glad to hear it. You're looking good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you know that AJ's a mustache man? He's always.
I did have one. Yes, I did have one.
You still kind of do.
Yeah.
That's fine, just as long as I don't have one.
There you go.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to Patty?
Patty, it's always good to see you. It's always good to see you. I'm excited for your portion of the show tonight. So I'm excited to see what you guys come up with tonight. So I'm excited.
You made AJ smile, Patty.
I did. You did.
That's saying a lot. He's usually scowling.
Is it a little nephew or a little nephew?
I met him twice. He's a rock star.
Yeah.
He's quite the character. He had his first bath yesterday, so quite the experience.
I bet you that was loud.
Yeah.
They typically don't like the first bath.
No, that was probably pretty loud. He looked like he's pretty comfortable on my arms, though. So I gotta give myself a little bit of credit. He's pretty comfortable on my arms.
You're good at giving yourself a little bit of credit. That's one of your best things.
I get scared sometimes though, because I don't want to do any damage.
Yeah.
You're pretty resilient. Don't
want to scar the little guy.
You scar me with your words and deeds.
Yeah.
I'm scarred.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry about that, man. That comes with
He doesn't sound too sorry, Patty. I don't know about you. I heard the words, but there wasn't even be a lot of meaning and feeling behind them.
that
Such
comes
art.
with the territory, Jack. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. So, Patty, what we got on the agenda tonight?
What am I talking about tonight?
Yep.
Well, I thought I'd talk about my trip to Brimfield and also just some current things that are happening in the jewelry business, what people are loving these days.
Awesome.
Yeah. Did you ever watch Flea Market Flip, AJ?
No, I have not.
Did you? I know it doesn't surprise me, but
I've never heard of it. Have you heard of it, AJ?
No, I've gotten into some of those Pawn Stars type shows, but nothing like I've never heard Flea Market Flip.
well,
Patty's full of it. She's full of surprises. You never know what she's going to bring up.
she's full of it, all right.
Yes.
Have you watched the HGTV channel ever?
HGTV?
Yeah.
Yeah, Home and Garden Improvement.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like, there's a lot of shows on there where they buy crap at like flea markets and stuff like that.
What kind of TV? I've never heard of it.
HGTV.
And they usually make it into a bar cart or something.
Ooh, I like that.
Bar carts are big.
They are big. We have one. Margot brought one into the house.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I got one for sale.
You got everything for sale. You're always making money. I'm looking for my thing you gave me. I know I have it. My crystal.
Where's your crystal ball?
It's around here. I'll find it while you're talking. Okay, AJ, you sticking for Patty's segment, or you hanging up?
I think I'm gonna call it an evening, Jack.
Okay, you do that.
I'll see you in the morning.
Don't remind me.
Do we have a link for the morning, correct?
Yes, you already got it sent to you. What's the
Yes.
deal,
Yes.
dude?
No, I know. I'm making sure because I want to make sure I have everything charged and ready to roll for tomorrow morning.
You get yourself charged and ready to go.
Yeah, you got that.
Get
Right.
some sleep.
You got that right. All right, Jack.
Good
All right.
seeing you.
See ya.
That was good to
Good to see you, AJ.
Good to
See you tomorrow morning. What AJ's talking about tomorrow, the Mafia is on at 9 a.m. tomorrow on Facebook page of CPL Radio. So there, right, AJ?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. All right, Patty, what do you got? Now we got to get.
Guess who made
Oh,
most hated celebrity list?
say that again. I accidentally cut you off during that.
Guess who made #1 on the most hated celebrity list?
Kim Kardashian.
No. One more.
Is she a celebrity? Is she a celebrity?
Yeah, she's a celebrity. She's
Okay.
a celebrity for just being there.
Yeah. J-Lo.
No. Ellen DeGeneres, #1.
What? She's not even been around anymore. What are people hating on her for? What has she done? Has she done something lately or something?
Yeah, apparently people are holding some grudges there. So
What's the deal? Honestly, do they give any reason? What list is this?
because she got her show canceled because a lot of her staff and the production staff said she was like a real bully, and I guess yeah, I mean, you wouldn't think it because she's so funny and stuff like that, but apparently she was really mean behind the scenes.
Oh, well,
and that got out, and people hated her for it, so she's still on the naughty list.
Oh, well, God, how long has it been since she's had the show?
I think about 2 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, and she's been trying to get another show going, I guess, but no,
really
to deal with her because she's mean.
Oh, you must be really something, because I don't think a lot of those people are pleasant all the time. You know, you get to a certain level and they don't want to talk to anybody anymore, and it seems to rub off.
You heard all the stories about J-Lo, like she was on a plane with her manager, and the stewardess came up and asked her what she wanted, and she turned away from him, from the stewardess, and her manager had to tell them what she wanted, and then she told her manager, tell them not to talk to me anymore. So it's
she would have gotten my vote.
Yeah,
Kim Kardashian is she's just I wouldn't give her the attention of making her the most hated. It's just she's just like, to me, a non-factor, but
yeah.
Is she still very? Is she still so popular? Is she still sell? Do they have the show anymore, Patty?
Yeah,
The Kardashian
yeah,
show?
they still do. I can't
Does
believe
does
it.
it do well?
It must, or they wouldn't keep.
True.
I have to. I do admit some pride in really never watching the shows.
Yeah. Well, I've seen parts of it because I watched it with my roommate here
Hmm.
and couldn't watch. I mean, it's like, oh, it hurt.
Yes, it does.
I felt dumber after a couple minutes.
Yep. And also, J-Lo was on the list. I think she was in the top 10, but it also came out that like when she and Ben Affleck, and they're kind of on the rocks right now.
What a shocker.
Yeah, right. So they would go out to dinner and Ben would, I guess he's a very generous tipper, and she'd get pissed and take a bunch of the money back. So the wait staff wasn't real happy about that.
Oh, who would be? Oh, God. And she came from humble beginnings, right? I mean, you'd think she would
Yeah.
have a little empathy, right?
Exactly. Well, she did that documentary about herself, and nobody wanted to do it, so she had to use her own money to do it, and that flopped. And then she did a movie about herself, about the greatest love story never told, which was about her and Ben Affleck, and now they're kind of splitting up. So
I thought it was about her and herself.
yeah. So, and let's see. Oh, Prince Harry, I think, was like in the top 10. He could have been number 2. Meghan Markle, I think, was number 4. Oprah was in the top 10, which that doesn't surprise me. Oprah's really kind of ticking me off lately.
Why? What'd she do to you?
Well, when like all those fires were happening in Hawaii, and she gets on TV with The Rock, and she owns all this property in Maui. I mean, tons of it. Coincidentally, none of her property ever got burned, but the rest of the whole island got burned down.
Everybody's got to figure out how she's fireproof in her place,
Right.
because she's got to figure it out.
Yeah. So she gets on TV and she's telling everybody to donate money to the Maui people. And I guess people were really ticked off because they're like, good God, Oprah, you got more money than God. You could probably do it yourself. Why are you asking people who are really struggling through an inflationary period here? It was just very insensitive. So,
do you know that inflation's going down? It's been going down for almost a year.
that's good. We need to start telling the public that.
I know. I just saw a thing today that said how people were they're it's amazing how many things people just take as fact. People say things and then it's just done. But it's all over the board. Anyway, I'm not getting into politics. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
So
Oprah.
I'm surprised by Ellen DeGeneres, though. I never knew that about her being nasty behind the scene. I'm not doubting it. I've just never heard that story.
Yeah,
Like you said, she always seems so nice. Her persona is nice.
But if you ever go on YouTube and look at some of her interviews that she's done with past guests, boy, she can get some pretty passive aggressive questions out.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. So,
you know why I think she's so nice? Because Dory. She did the voice for Dory, so she's got a little of that Dory halo.
okay.
It was a great character for Finding Nemo.
Yeah. I was going to say Little Mermaid, but that's not it. No. But
No.
anyway, yeah. So that was an interesting little tidbit today.
It is. That is.
Yeah. And we just got back from Brimfield. Oh my God.
All right. No. What's Brimfield?
Brimfield, Massachusetts has the world's largest outdoor flea market.
Oh my God. And
it was enormous. I mean, enormous with capital E. How do you spell it? E-N-O.
Yeah.
It was huge. And
you talk about like this is something everybody has heard. I've never heard of it before.
Well, I heard of it, well, just because I'm in the business, antique and stuff like that. But then also HGTV talks about it a lot. And
okay.
Because you can get some really cool things at Brimfield. I mean, it was amazing. The jewelry that I saw, this was just this is what killed me. There was jewelry there. I mean, dripping in diamonds, rings, necklaces, bracelets, earrings, dripping in diamonds. Under a tent in a field. The two just did not.
How did this place get so big? Is it the biggest one in the country or something?
It's the largest outdoor flea market in the world.
In the world?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what makes it so? How did you get? So you fly into Boston or something and drive there? Or how?
Actually, we drove all the way.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
We left at 4:30 in the morning, and we got there by 7:30.
Oh, in the same day?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
So it's not that bad of a drive, but
No, not at all.
It was just so much fun. The stuff that I saw was just incredible. Jewelry that I only see in picture books. They had there. I mean, people were selling it. They had this one bracelet. I kid you not. It was porcelain and it was all hand painted and had little cherubs. It was just so pretty. It was set in like 14 karat gold in mint condition from the early 1700s. 1700, 1700s, right?
It's only 320 years ago.
Yeah. I asked him, I said, can I just ask the price? $16,000. I'm like, thank you very much.
I don't want to touch it. That's what I would have said.
I mean, there were just so many great things. And then there were some really funny things too. Like this one dealer, he had taken all these like doll heads and cut them off of the doll.
Wow. You didn't take your dolls, did you?
No.
Oh, good.
My poor dolls. No.
Right.
There's Bam Bam right there.
I know. I see.
Yeah. But then what he'd do is he'd implant like tube light bulbs in there.
Brimfield. Now this isn't just jewelry though, like you just said. No, it's all kinds of stuff. So it's like the world's biggest Maxwell Street days for local reference here in Cedarburg kind of thing.
Yeah, think of Maxwell Street days on 80 tons of steroids or something.
How many people? How long is this event, Patty?
It's a week.
Oh, it's a week.
To give you an idea, our hotel was 4 miles away from the flea market. And we left every morning at 8 o'clock. And when we left and we turned the corner, there was a line of cars. And I don't mean there was any space. I mean, it was like this line of cars just all moved at the same time for 4 miles. It was just, and that was just our way. There was another way coming the other way. I mean, it's just crazy. People like there was no tomorrow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I was happy that we had, a friend of mine was able to get us early bird passes. So we got into some of the shows before the general public did. So I got to score some buys.
I saw you said that online somewhere. You got in early. Wow.
I got some good deals.
You and J-Lo always get the best stuff.
Yeah, right.
Best position.
Yeah. I don't want to be a J-Lo. But anyway.
Mr. Wonderful didn't go, did he?
Yes.
What?
Yes. Mr. Wonderful went and Katie, his oldest daughter, went.
Yeah.
And then a friend of mine, Irv, who is 83 years old. He's a scrap gold and metal buyer. And he went with us.
Wow. Sounds like quite a crew.
And I got to tell you, Irv, at 83 years old, he was still going when I was saying, I'm done.
The passion's there, huh?
Yeah. So it was really fun. And then 2 of the days, it poured down rain. I mean, poured down rain. But Michael, Katie, and I, and thousands of other people were still going from tent to tent to tent.
Wow.
It was the craziest thing. It was the craziest thing I ever saw or experienced in my life.
You've never gone before, obviously, the way you're talking about it.
It was my first time.
Will you go back?
God, yes. I can't.
Oh. God, yes. Wow.
They have
Is it 3 times a year? Is it crazier now? Because what you and I have been talking about the vintage craze and all that stuff. Is that adding fuel to the fire and stuff?
Yes. Yes. Big time. Vintage jewelry is coming back huge.
I saw, Patty, I read an article. I didn't save it, though. I was going to save it for you. I didn't. But it was about clothes. And it was talking about how expensive clothing has gotten. Mm-hmm. And that one way to get really good clothes is to buy secondhand clothes. That it's never been a better market for buying things secondhand. And I thought that's just what you and I have been talking about. And I also had a great quote in there. And one of the tailors said, I'm too poor to buy cheap clothing, because you want to buy it once and then it lasts and it lasts and it lasts, which I thought was a great line.
Right.
But is that the same? Is that are jewelry and clothing on the same wavelength there as far as that goes?
I don't think so. I think clothing has a leg up on jewelry, because all these like Pandora and all these like little trendy things in jewelry pop up, and people are like, oh, I gotta have that, so the old kind of goes by the wayside. Instead of getting a Pandora bracelet, I would rather have a charm bracelet with real charms than a
well, you've got real charm.
I do. The one that I wear on my wrist. and because with that Pandora bracelet, you don't get the tinkle like you do with your regular charms. So that part is kind of sad to me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
cool.
But,
Brimfield. And it's 3 times a year.
Yeah, they're having it in May, in the spring in May, and then one in July, and then one in September. But everybody says a lot of people don't go to the one in July because it's much too hot. And a lot of people say they don't go in the fall because it's too close to school starting or something like that. They said that the one that we went to is the most attended.
That's because you were there.
Yeah, of course. But anyway,
that's cool. I've never heard of it before.
It was really awesome. And Michael bought 2 toy guns, cap guns. What are those? Roy Rogers and
sure.
Roy Rogers, and what was the other one? I forget. Anyway, and then a little leather gun carrying thing around your waist.
Holsters?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So he had a good time. He bought some stuff for himself. So
good. Cool. Very cool.
I bought for myself. I made a purchase, and Katie, his oldest stepdaughter, or my oldest stepdaughter, his daughter, oldest. I hate the word stepdaughter.
Bill Walton just passed away today, and somebody had a quote, and he said, "This is my stepdaughter." And Bill Walton said, "Don't you have daughters? You don't have. There's no step."
I agree. Step is such an awful word, but anyway. Yeah. Because I couldn't love her any more than if I had her myself. But anyway, so we both love snake rings. So we both. Of course you do. Who doesn't? Yeah. So, because if you wear a snake ring on your left hand, this finger, it wards off the evils of mind, heart, and soul. So.
Cool.
Yeah. So we both got new snake rings, so that was exciting.
That is exciting.
Yeah.
So is this a professional trip for you, or is this a fun trip, or both?
Both.
Both.
Definitely both. Yeah. Like I said, I got some great stuff. They've got more antique stuff out on the East Coast than they do here in the Midwest or even the West Coast, because it all
been around longer. Yeah.
So
sure.
So I got some really cool stuff, and I got some great prices on things. Even though gold was going up through the roof, I was still able to make some really good buys. So
excellent.
Good. Yeah.
And it's spring.
And not to go off topic, but which, by the way, if anybody has, extra money right now, and I know a lot of people say, oh, I just got enough money to buy groceries and gas, but if you have extra money and you want jewelry, now is the time to buy it. And let me tell you why. Even though gold is up so high, think of it like this. How many frickin' pieces of jewelry do I have for sale? A lot. Right?
Okay. Sure.
Do I have the time to go back and change all the price tags to reflect the higher prices of gold? No. So
listen to you.
Yeah.
That's really good advice, Patty.
Yeah. And it's the same with any other jeweler in town or anywhere else. They have so much inventory. They don't have the time to go back to change.
Take advantage of overwhelmed jewelers. Now's the time.
Yeah. Now is the time.
Okay.
Don't expect to get a discount on top of it, but
yeah. Well, you know who wants to talk to you? Wants to give you a 3rd degree?
There's Maggie.
Look at Maggie. She's like,
I'm waiting patiently.
Oh, it's 6:21 for God's sakes. How are you, Megs?
What a mess. I'm good.
Oh,
How are you? I'm
good.
trying
Well,
to figure
Pat-
out where that big pile of stuff is, but oh well. It's
What?
nothing.
We don't see anything. Have you ever heard of Brimfield before that Patty's talking about?
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
What is it, Patty?
Brimfield, Massachusetts, the flea market.
Only, I mean, I've heard of it, but I didn't realize that that's what it was. And you explained that it was on that show.
Yeah.
But I've seen that show before, that flea market flip or whatever, but I didn't know that was it. Was it amazing?
It was amazing. It was
Mhm.
totally amazing.
You don't approve, Jack? What's going
Well,
on?
I just free market flip. Is it flea market flip? I've never heard of it.
Flea market, that would be
knew.
fun.
Yeah, you knew right away what it was. I'd never heard of that. But
It's a good. I don't think they have it anymore, but it's very. It's like all the things that you thought you think you can do, but you really can't. It's
that's a
all
long list.
every HGTV show that they tell you that it's this simple, and you see the after, and you're like, oh, no.
And they
Yeah.
make a bar cart out of anything and everything.
Right. Yeah. It's always a bar cart. How drunk are these people?
We have a bar cart. That's one thing I never saw a flea market flip, but we have a bar cart. Margot
You don't
took
need a
care of
cart. You don't need a cart. I mean, we're in Wisconsin. Apparently, you have to be fancy in the East Coast with the bar carts.
that. So you guys don't know each other, do you? You don't belong to any
No.
organization in common or anything like that?
No.
No.
Patty's never been the head of the chamber. She's never been a cheerleader or an ambassador or anything. Maggie,
No, she's.
We gotta get her to
shows
sign
up
up.
every now and then.
every now and
My
then.
favorite chamber director ever,
You, Patty.
including me.
Yeah, you're an amazing chamber director back.
Well,
I mean, I almost said back in the day, and that really
Don't say that.
made you happy.
let's not go back
You.
too far.
Yeah, it's not what I meant.
Yeah, but no.
But
I think
no,
you
you laid lots of good groundwork. That's for sure.
Well, thank you, but I think you're the best. That's
Thanks,
well,
Patty.
you're right. I don't know if anybody realizes how hard this woman works. I mean, it is not an easy job. Think about
Hold
it.
on, I have to get Whitney on the phone. So we can hear this.
It's an impossible job.
It is.
How many? You can't. It's hard. It's impossible to keep all the chamber members happy, much less try and make people who aren't yet chamber members happy.
How many ever chamber members you have? That's how many bosses you have.
Well, yeah. I mean, and I looked at it. I used to see it that way, and I don't mean that I don't care about every single member, but I realized finally that I can't make everybody happy. But my role is to try the hardest I possibly can to make everybody happy. So I mean, it doesn't always work, but I try. And I mean, we have almost 360 members, which is a really great number. I'm really happy with how many people are following suit and believing in the chamber, and I think we're a really good group of people and a really nice group of businesses. So it's fun. If you're listening and you're in Cedarburg and you don't own a business, or you do, and you can come to any of our networking or any of it, we try to keep it really casual and easy to go to. I really recommend coming, because it's really a really nice group of people.
Well, when are your upcoming networking events? Do you know by chance?
Yes, of course I know. Do I know, Jack? Jeez.
Well, I can just hear already. What are you asking me those questions for there?
What are we talking about? No,
what's upcoming?
Thursday, June 6th. So we always do a coffee networking in the morning on the first Thursday of the month, and that's this upcoming June 6th. We do that at the Cedarburg Coffee Roastery. So we actually go in their little greenhouse space. So that's
It's
behind
a cool space.
You go in and you get your coffee, and then you go back there and hang out with us until 9. So 7:45 to 9. And then we do a rotating business after hours the third Thursday of every month. And that is, what is that day? What month are we in? June almost?
It'll be June, yeah.
Yeah, June 20th. I have to figure out where that is. I'm pretty sure I know, but I don't want to say for sure.
Well,
but
just let us know, and we'll put it out there.
thanks. I
So
will.
yeah, so that's cool. What else you want to talk about? What do you want to ask Patty about?
I already
pull
know
up.
everything about Patty. Patty is like an open book. You have a question, she'll tell you everything you want to know. And more.
You don't even
And then you're like, okay, Patty.
And that's from one text.
No. We actually have the State of the Community coming up, which
What?
I'm very excited about.
When is that?
That'll be on Tuesday, June 11th. That is at the Ozaki Pavilion at the fairgrounds, and it is in the morning. We do a breakfast, and we hear from the city of Cedarburg, the town of Cedarburg, and the school district. So we have a really nice breakfast plan from Scratch Catering. We get coffee. We're going to do donuts from the pig this year as well. I haven't told Ryan that, but we are. And
Nice.
yeah, I think it'll be really fun. It's a nice, quick. It's not, it doesn't drag on forever. It's very, the agenda is really tight. So it actually is a really nice morning, and it's very informative. And we have new speakers with the new mayor in Cedarburg with Pat Tomey, and then the town always kind of does like a little round robin of their supervisor. So it's not always the same person. It's this year it's Wayne Pipcorn, who's one of the town supervisors who's been in Cedarburg since I think his whole life. So it should be a really good morning.
And it's
But
2
you can
weeks from
register
today.
on cedarburg.org. It's $20 per person, and we would love to see you there. Tuesday, June 11th.
2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
better get on that.
It's like everybody thinks, that's in June.
I know.
It's like
It
my
seems far away, but it's not. 2 weeks from today. Wow.
my son's birthday. Margo and I were just saying, Will's birthday is June 3rd. I'm like, we got time. No, you don't. June 3rd is Monday, I think. Sunday.
What are you going to do? What are you doing for his birthday? Anything? Go back to Nashville?
Sending him money.
I know.
That's good. No, not going to Nashville. Although that was Margo. We're gonna have to do maybe he will do the next trip for his birthday. Last year we did his birthday for his 30th. He'll be 32. He was living in San Francisco then. We all went out there. So it's not like he's getting the short end of the stick. He gets a lot of shit. So I'm not worried about him.
Is he in San Diego now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Back in San Diego where he loves it. He was not a fan of San Francisco.
Yeah.
Too expensive and not as much fun. And he can't surf there as well. So he's
wow.
I didn't know he was a surfer.
he wasn't until he moved out there and he learned. So now, yeah. So, yeah.
Nerve-wracking. I don't know if I'd like that. I'm not a very adventurous water person unless it's a pool or a lake. And I love all that shit. But if there's something under there that I don't know where it is, it's like, no, I'm good. I'm probably fine without sharks and Lord knows what else.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, I don't even want any fish rubbing up against me. No thanks.
I like lakes, though. I don't know. There's something about a shark. I think it's the Jaws mentality. We've heard about sharks our whole lives and how awful they are. It's like, don't kick them and they'll be fine.
Yeah, right.
So
So Whitney, I saw his knees. He's doing well. His knees, first one. He's got another one coming up.
He is, yeah. My husband had his knee replaced 2 weeks ago. He's on one crutch. He's doing very, very well. He had his follow-up today, so he's doing great.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, neither of us are old, but we're not exactly young either. But he's had horrible knees for a long time, and they just kept pushing it off. I'm like, the way that you're recovering from this, anyone who has a knee problem should get them. Why push it off? They get replaced. Do it now, and the recovery is easier. I mean, I understand, but to me, it's like, why would you get your knee replaced when you're 70? It's a harder recovery. I mean, that just makes me sound silly, but why?
It's logical. What you're saying is logical, but people aren't logical. We're not logical beings.
Insurance companies aren't logical. I don't think it's the people.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should say that out loud as whatever. I do think that there's a level of, it wasn't difficult to approve his surgery, and I think, the technology with knee replacements has improved so much. Definitely. They used to say it was just like, okay, you can only do it once and then you'll have to do it all over again. And I don't know if that's the case as much as it once was, but he's 46 years old, and hopefully, knock on wood, yeah, he's going to do another one in July, but hopefully it'll be great and it'll give him painless years. It's like, why wait?
Right.
I don't know. I would think the recovery is a lot easier. I do suggest, though, reminding yourself that you are the one, if your husband or wife does this, that you're the one who's in charge of everything. I don't necessarily recommend that. Like I'm this taxi driver. I'm all the driver. I've driven more in the last 2 weeks than I have in a million years. It's crazy.
And you have a teenage daughter who needs to be going everywhere.
Abby's 13, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and
yes.
she doesn't have a driver's license yet, so you really are in the middle of it. So now you know why people wait. You wait until their kids have their driver's licenses, and then they have the knee replacement.
Yes, that's a good point.
So
That's
there.
Fair. Okay, fair. I'm actually looking at you, Jack, because Whitney told me that you told him that you were up in line for one at some point.
Yep.
When?
I don't know yet.
Whenever.
Yeah.
Whenever it works.
I got too many duties I'm doing for the chamber and for people all over Cedarburg. I can't take time off to take care of myself, for God's sakes. It's always, what does Maggie need? What does Patty need? All that. You know how that goes.
Patty and I need you to get a new knee. How's that?
Yeah. It's coming. It's going to happen.
Good.
It's
this scary,
stuff does
it.
No, I'm not scared. It's just the timing is the thing. It's just a timing thing. It'll work out.
It will.
Now that I know, now I got to wait till after July because you're my fallback driver because I know Margot won't help me at all. And so now that I know that you're used to driving all over the place, and Maggie,
honestly,
I get you on speed dial.
Where's your doctor? I can pick you up, roll you. I mean, it'll be great. We can do it all at once.
Yeah,
I won't make any evening trips. However, like you're on your own overnight. But if you need me to drive you, I will pick you up.
Well, would you do that even if I just need a designated driver? That'd be good.
Whitney is usually my designated driver. That's another thing where I'm like,
oh, no wonder. Now we know why.
That's not why. It's one of more of the elements, but it's not why. You can't go anywhere anyway. I mean, it's like, why? You can't go, so what's the difference? No, it's good. It's fine. It's good.
We're all good. All right, what's coming up this summer in Cedarburg, sister?
The 4th of July is amazing in Cedarburg. And this year we have the Dancing Grannies coming to Cedarburg for the 4th.
Ooh.
We're very excited about the Milwaukee Dancing Grannies coming to Cedarburg for the 4th of July. I've been asking them for several years. And of course, they had so much tragedy around the Waukesha Christmas Parade, and it's been a long haul for them to get back. And they were able to come this year. So we're really, really excited to have them here. One of the things we hear a lot about the 4th is that we need more music in the parade. And we've tried, really hard, especially after the pandemic. There just aren't as many bands that are practicing or readily available or traveling or all that. So we're working on that. We have
like bands, like marching bands, Meg?
Any kind, any music. I mean, we always have the Madison Scouts, which are amazing, who are awesome to stay here and participate in our parade after the Rotary Music Festival on the 3rd, which is an awesome coup. I mean, that's not normal. That's a huge deal for our community. Mm-hmm. But it would, that's the other thing. We used to have maybe 2 or 3 bands, drum corps that would stay. It's just they're not able to. They have other places to go. So we always, hopefully, knock on wood, fingers crossed, have the Madison Scouts because of hopefully their continued, great relationship with the music festival and with the Olsons and all that. But at the same time, more music is the thing I hear the most about. So, yeah, more music, less politics. I can only do so much. It's an election year. I cannot tell you no politics in the parade. I just can't.
Wasn't Ryan Olson a member of the Madison Scouts at one time?
Yeah, he was. Yes, I think in the 90s at some point he was. I think he's posted his picture out there. He's a proud alum of the Madison Scouts.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a great connection. It's an awesome connection. That's the whole reason we have the RMF, I think, because of the
Royal Mother effort.
You said it. I had nothing to do with it. That's the one thing I cannot help with for Rotary. It always makes me feel bad because it's the day before the 4th, so I'm always doing parade stuff.
Well, that's not till the 4th, though.
Well, anyway, I forgot. We all get up at 4 a.m. and put tents up, and no, we've got a lot to do, Mr.
I know you
Henke.
do.
There's a lot going on.
And the Rotary Music Festival is the 3rd. That's always at the high school athletic field, right?
Mm-hmm,
So that's a big deal. And then the 4th, are there a lot of out-of-towners who come for the parade, or is it just people who like alumni? And I don't mean of schools. I mean people who used to live here and their family comes back. Or what do you see?
There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of that. We don't know if it's exactly that's who it is, but we did get some data on some of our visitors at the parade last year, and there were a lot of Illinois parade goers for the 4th of July. So there was definitely an out of town contingent, but it was hard to know if it was returning, people coming home for the holiday or if they're here on a vacation or whatever. But definitely not just Cedarburg. There, we estimate about, I think it was 17,000 people last year who were all around our area on the 4th, like in the downtown-ish proper. So,
well, Patty's never been involved with the parade at all.
No, she doesn't do anything. She just drinks and sits on that thing. We give her a nice spot, and she and Michael just sit there and throw things at people.
How many years in a row you been the MCs, Patty?
I really don't know.
Okay, that tells you. That's all you need to know. Yeah.
All I know is just it's so much fun.
It is so fun.
It is.
Parades are my favorite thing. Maggie and I have had this conversation.
Which one? Sorry.
Parades are my favorite thing, I said.
I know. He hates our parade, Patty. He doesn't hate just our parade. He just hates parades. That's why we had to make him the Grand Marshal, so he actually showed up. We even put him, we put him in a truck and drove him through. He didn't even have to find a chair or save a spot or chalk something on the street. Why
don't we develop a permanent position for him called the Parade Grinch? He can be put in a bucket from Cedarburg Light and Water, and therefore he has to be in every parade.
I like that.
I had people bringing me non-alcoholic beverages during the parade. It was wonderful. Just orange juice.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, Maggie, one of the things I want to ask you about the parade, every year this comes up. What's the deal with the sidewalks? Can people put out their chairs now the day before? What's the law? What are we saying? No?
The law is no.
Okay.
Okay. It's actually, we moved it a few years ago. We moved it to the morning of the 4th at 8 a.m.
And that makes a lot of sense.
Yes, it's much less dramatic for the downtown area. It was I won't pretend it wasn't kind of fun. It was, a nice electric atmosphere, but at the same time, it wasn't fun for everyone.
No.
It made it hard to get through. It was difficult for people trying to do business. Parking was a mess. So it just became much easier for us to say, just don't bother with the chairs. Take go spend money in the stores.
Right.
Or stay home and enjoy your family. Just come the day of and find your spot. Yeah.
Yep.
Maggie, what's your thought on the people that come down like the day before with chalk and they outline their space? Is that really a reserved space, or can somebody?
No, it's chalk. I how many times people call me and get really angry. I'm like, I'm just going to go with a bucket of water and wipe up all that chalk. I'm like, okay, why do we care? Question number one.
Okay.
Why is this such a big deal to you? Who cares? And two, anyone can do that. Did you see the circles that were spray painted in the street last year? I think they accidentally thought it was that sprayable chalk, or maybe it even was, but it just stuck. And you can still see where those are. I think they finally scraped enough off and
it gets so freaking hot that it melts right into the pavement.
Well, I think that's a lot of it. Yeah.
To see where the horses were going to poop or something.
I think they should be allowed to do chalk, but only if they do the body chalk, like from the crime scenes, and then they have to lie in their exact thing that they chalk
there
out
the whole time. Yeah. Right.
That's
potential.
if you do that, you can do that. That's the deal.
Yeah, no. So no chalk, no ropes, no chains, just
No
come
rumbles.
in the morning of. No, yeah. Just come in the morning. Just show up in the morning, lay your chair out at 8 a.m., watch the parade, and have a great day. And then go to the park afterwards and eat some food and buy a beer from the Lions Club and listen
What's
to
in the park, Maggie?
What?
What's in the park, Maggie? I said.
What's in the park?
Yeah.
The park has the Lions, the Cedarburg Lions Club, and they cook, the typical summer cookout stuff, the brats, the burgers, the hot dogs, and then they have beer, wine, lots of it's just a really fun day. They do some live music with a local or a band that they bring in. The Madison Scouts do a little live free performance at 1:00 or right around 1. It's actually when the parade ends. They kind of start as soon as they're all situated. And then at night, the fireworks. I mean, we have an awesome fireworks show. I think it's only gotten better over the last couple of years.
And with no July 3rd fireworks this year, people are going to be fireworks. They're going to need their be jonesing for their fireworks. I'll tell you.
That's so sad. I just don't understand. I mean, I get it. It's a sponsorship thing, and I realize that it's hard, but that's a bummer. I remember going to that when I was a kid, and it was so much fun.
Maybe somebody step up at the last minute.
Yeah.
I think the last minute's already gone.
I think they kind of have to. It is what it is at this point.
They announced
I don't know.
It's over.
Yeah.
It must be a lot of planning for that too. And
I better go erase my chalk.
The rain took care of that for you.
That's right.
People used to put up tents. I mean, they would camp out in Veterans Park downtown.
You bet.
It was a really fun time.
Yeah.
But in Cedarburg, though, our fireworks show we have a long list of sponsors that helps with the whole 4th of July, the parade, everything. And then all during the month of June at the Cedarburg Piggly Wiggly, if you're there, you can round up for the fireworks. And that's a really nice thing that Olson's allows us to do there for on behalf of the 4th of July. It goes to the Chamber of Commerce for this event, and we use it usually to, as best we can, to make the fireworks as big and as good as they can be. So thanks to Olson's again. We've mentioned the Olsons.
I know you're making it seem like they're good people. I don't know. I don't like it.
They're okay. They're all right. Shop the pig. Shop the pig. Remember that commercial? I used to love it.
Yes.
The little kid one with the kids jumping up and down.
Yes.
Piggly Wiggly. Shop the pig.
Okay, now everyone's going to remember it. Thank you.
Now I'm done. Okay, no more Olson talk. We're out.
What about all your volunteers? You have a lot. You have a huge contingent of volunteers that help out on that 4th of July gig.
We do.
That's really something.
Our ambassador committee is really awesome. Patty, as we talked about earlier, is one of them. And we have our ambassadors for the chamber is a group of about 15 people. They're all individual business owners or employees of chamber members who believe in our mission, are kind of chamber cheerleaders, which are really fun. And they help us with lots of different things, all the way from attending ribbon cuttings and coming to networking and drawing more people to come to networking and doing things like 4th of July help. We have a ton of really cool people that like to volunteer their time. So Dawn DeGeorge is my best 4th of July yeller. She really likes to she's in charge, and she likes that. So we put her right in the front. So if there's any complaints about the spacing, you can go straight to Dawn. You can bypass me and just go straight to Dawn.
And God help you if you do.
She's wonderful. And Teresa Sigler is another one of our chamber ambassadors. She works for PJS Investment Management, and she has helped us with the 4th of July the last couple of years, and she's awesome too. It's just so, I mean, it's fun to watch what people fall into doing. Like, some people love doing that. Other people like coming to ribbon cuttings, and other people just like to come and visit. Being a chamber ambassador is very kind of full circle. You can do lots of different things, and it's kind of cool to watch what people choose to do, because everyone's good at something different. So Dawn and Teresa are good at yelling at people, apparently.
But they're both
They're wonderful. They truly are great people. Nice.
Sense of humor.
Everyone's very nice. Yes. So it's a great
Okay.
day.
It
What
is.
if works best?
Yeah.
Right. Got it.
That was worth the whole day right there. That look from Maggie. Oh, Maggie. All right. So we've peppered you with questions. Is there anything you wanted? What's on your agenda? What do you want to talk about? Anything in particular?
No, there's lots of new stuff. You know, I'm if I'm going to be the should we talk all chambered stuff? I mean,
Well, you
there's a lot-
can.
There's a lot of new things
It's
coming.
not chamber stuff because it's chamber affects everything around here. So what the
Does.
hell? Let her rip.
There's
Anything
a lot
else?
of new. Going to be a lot of new in Cedarburg, which is really cool.
Really?
You know, the Blind Horse Winery will be an awesome addition, and then we have another ice wine location coming in, which I feel terrible that now I'm going to forget what it's called. I feel like it's country something. I'm going to say it wrong, but they have a location in.
I don't know anything about what you're talking about. Ice wine.
Okay, hold on. I have to find some information.
All right.
Please stand by.
Well, when's the Crazy Horse thing coming?
Crazy Horse, Blind Horse.
Blind Horse.
Blind Horse is working on their building now. They bought the old Elements Unleashed building,
Mm-hmm.
and they are joining us soon. Hopefully, probably in the summertime at some point.
Nice.
Cedarburg has an awesome list of places that you can go to taste wine, and now that there's the new law. There's a new law that came about in right in the beginning of May, I believe, where, and I don't want to say this incorrectly, so I hope I'm
It's such a problem on the show. Everything that you hear on the show is factually and politically and grammarly
right, 25% made up, but
right.
But the new legislation in Wisconsin is if you have a winery or you produce beer, wine, distillery, that sort of thing, you can have a retail outlet beyond where you produce that wine. So, and then the state holds the licensing. So you don't necessarily go through the municipality that you're going to for your license. You go to the state, but the municipality then has some control over the type, the process, and what they're actually each individual place is allowed to serve. So the new winery has a location in now I forgot where it is, and I lost it entirely. But his name is Jay Stager, and he's a very nice man. I've spoken to him on the phone a couple of times, and Cold Country Wines and what the hell is it called? Cold Country Vines and Wines. I'm sorry, I can't believe I messed that up, but
that's all right.
We're very excited to have them. They're actually going right next to Real Fitness in the old Coldwell Banker building or space.
Ah,
yeah. And then of course, we can't forget our tried and true, our Sunshine Winery, our grape, and of course, kind of the flagship winery, the original one, Cedar Creek Winery.
You bet.
We're becoming we've always had that element, but I feel like it's going to be a cool way to kind of visit Cedarburg and experience Cedarburg for a different clientele, because there's a lot, you can go to more places. We have the distillery, we have the fermentorium, we have Rebellion, so there's lots of ways to kind of experience that.
Yeah. Connie Niebauer, she's a rock star.
She's great.
She is.
Connie is great. You can still catch Connie at Cedar Creek Winery.
I know.
Yeah, but she's Stephanie Baldwin is the manager now.
Okay.
But Connie is still, of course, Connie's like the Energizer Bunny.
Oh my God, she's fantastic.
We love her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Likewise.
She's great.
Cool. So there's a lot going on. There's new businesses coming in. That's good.
Yeah, lots of stuff.
That's really good.
New Mexican place down by the old Dairy Queen. I've heard excellent things about them.
That place is packed. I know every place is packed when they open, but that's a big lot, and that lot is.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just peeking in there. I haven't eaten there yet, but they did an amazing job. Like you would not walk in there and be like, oh, here's the Dairy Queen that now serves Mexican food. I mean, it's amazing. They did a great job. So it's just fun to see new things happening. And of course, we have such a great group of businesses that have been here for a long time. And I still will say it's amazing how many people wanted to come to Cedarburg even during the pandemic. We had businesses opening rather than shuttering. So, we're lucky where we are, and we're lucky that we get to say that we live here and we can experience all the fun Cedarburg things. But we just have to remember to experience them. If we live here, we have to support them. And that doesn't mean just downtown. It means, your local HVAC guy, your local barber, your local grocer, your local insurance agent, as many ways you can do local is the best thing to do.
You bet.
Now I'm done. Can we talk about something else?
Well, I want to say what I really like about the town is it's a walking town. You can just Mequon's huge and it's got a lot going on, but there's nowhere to walk.
There's no downtown. There's no there's no feeling of anything.
Right. And for people who like to bike and walk, it's just fantastic. So
yeah, it is. It really is, and you'll never be short of something to do. The next thing we all have to work on is trying to get places to stay open longer. That's becoming increasingly more difficult to tout Cedarburg as a place to come to if you can only come between a certain window of time. And right. I know that will change in summer, and I realize that help is very difficult. So, if we can come up with ways to help people with learning, finding new workers and finding people that are long-term workers rather than, the transient, I'm here for 2 months when I'm off college, which are great. We love them too, but ways to keep these businesses open more regularly would be really cool.
Yeah, definitely. You didn't mention this one, but the Still House, you know that their kitchen's always going to be open. I mean, they do it. I don't know how they do it. I mean, it takes a lot of people to run a joint. But they're
true though. It's true. They're certainly. I don't want to call anybody out because they all have really awesome.
Oh yeah.
Everyone is really awesome, but yeah, you do know the places that are able to stay open, whether it's for whatever reason it is. But
yeah,
it would be awesome if we could work into a way to make that more feasible for everyone. And I realize it isn't. It just isn't. But hopefully we can find ways and help people stay open longer.
You bet, Chamber Lady.
Mm-hmm.
That's me. Oh God.
Oh, Maggie. She's like, shit. All right. What else, Patty? Anything else you want to say?
No. Hi.
You? Yeah. No, you? That's
I know,
it,
right?
Yeah.
I'm a good listener too.
You are.
She is.
You're delightful, all the way around. All right.
Good hair day again, Patty.
Thank you, Maggie.
Good. Don't go short again. I'm not. It was great done too, but it's looking better every day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Go local for your hairdo, for God's sake.
Yes. Yes, it's true.
I'm trying to grow my hair out, Jack.
I like it.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what I think.
So
How
I
nice
asked
of you to notice.
Does this look bad?
No.
She said no.
Whenever I say something nice about someone's hair, they go, like, what do you really? You're really going to give me a compliment? That's right. Absolutely.
You're like, okay, so now what? Where are you really gonna?
No, that's it.
Hammer?
No, there's no hammer for me. I'm the velvet hammer. I'm easy.
Oh.
That's me, Mr. Get Along. All right. On that note, I'm going to say goodbye for all of us. Well, thanks a lot for you two being on. You're both always welcome. I know the only reason you both accepted tonight is because Bulldog's not on and you can't stand him, which I don't blame you. I can't really stand him either. But
I never said that.
You didn't have to.
Just that one time. You weren't supposed to tell anyone.
I can't wait to tell him when someone doesn't like him. Are you kidding me?
No.
It made my day. Tomorrow at 9 a.m., we're going to have an AJ Sports Mafia. AJ and I will be back tomorrow morning at 9 This weekend we're going to do another AJ Sports Mafia. Don't know a time yet. We'll keep checking the socials and we'll let you know.
Sounds
All right.
great.
All right.
Thank you.
So you bet. So now, Maggie,
Yes.
if you want to do, we can work out a chamber thing when you have the chamber visit. We talked about doing that on a show sometime.
Yeah,
Now we're back on
I would love
Tuesdays.
that.
You can do it.
I would love to do that.
Okay.
Anytime you tell me how it works, and I'd be happy to do that.
Okay, Tuesday, July 2nd is great.
It's not the 3rd. It actually might work. Sad but true. We could do a roving report and see and pour water on everyone's chalk paintings at that point.
Ooh.
Because you know they'll be out.
Yeah.
Sorry, you don't work. Nope. Off. Or we should really come up with something that says, go ahead and put your chalk on there, but you have to volunteer for the chamber.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
you can have these seats, but you have to do this.
3 hours of crowd control.
I
Mhm.
will say that I have heard several heated arguments over people erasing chalk and putting somebody else putting chairs there, and
It's so weird.
it's like,
I mean, I understand. It's John Katzka. You know John Katzka, who always
Mhm.
says, the best thing about Cedarburg is people care. The worst thing about Cedarburg is that people care. So it's like this. I mean, it's a good problem to have that people care enough about our parade that really want to go see it. And I appreciate that forever. And I will always appreciate that. But at the same time,
I don't.
there's still going to be good spots. It'll be okay. Jack, just zip it a bit.
get a wheelbarrow, put Parade Grinch on it, and have them sit in it.
That's actually really not a bad idea.
There you go.
Would you do it?
Sure you would, wouldn't you, Jack?
No.
Yes, you would.
No. But see, if you were a true parade Grinch, you wouldn't even be there. You'd be at home in the air conditioning, smoking a cigar and something else.
No, that's a parade curmudgeon. A parade Grinch would be the one out there complaining about everything.
I don't complain. I'm Mr. Positive. That's the way I am. You can't make me complain.
You would have a riot doing it, Jack, and you know it. You would be hilarious. Yes.
I'm hilarious now. I don't need to be a Grinch.
You would. It would be fun. It would be fun.
All right. Take up a
On
collection.
that note,
All right, you two. Thank you very much. Thanks for all you do for the Berg. You both do a hell of a job, and I'm serious for once. No other hammers. The hammer's not going to fall. You're doing a great job. Keep it going, and let's go.
We will.
Summer's here. It's time.
it is.
All right,
It's going to be a really good summer. Come
All
out and enjoy it.
we will.
All right.
All right, come back.
Bye, guys.
I will.
See you guys. See ya.
Bye. Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thanks.
Bye.